Okay, in this video, we will show how you can use Minitab for polynomial regression. The previous video I made showed you how you could use Excel for polynomial regression. The data that we looked at in the Excel version was this lake here in Lake Mary Township in Minnesota near Alexandria. And we wanted to estimate the length based on the age of the bluegill. So here we have our data, and what I can do here is I'm going to create another column of age squared, and what I can do is go up to the calculator and I can say store the result in age squared and take the age, and I can either square it or multiply it by itself, either way, in which case I get all of the values. Notice that 2 squared is 4 and 3 squared is 9. Then I'm going to go to our handy and true regression formula, and my response is going to be my length, and I want to predict it based on age and on age squared. And if I go ahead and do that, I then get my equation here at 13.6, and here I get my constants and more also as well. I get p-values as whether to determine whether these should be included or not. It looks like age squared is a pretty far t value, so I should include it in my model. And some other analysis of variance, what we talked about, the sum of squares regression error, that can help us. It also kind of gives us some unusual observation, which is good for Minitab. So let's kind of see what happens if I try to fit a third degree or a cubic polynomial here. So again, I'd go up to stat, calculator, and in this case, I'd want to restore the result in age to the third. I'm going to cube it, or I can multiply age by age by age, and I get the values. Notice again, 1 cubed is 1 and 2 cubed is 8 or whatever. And I could go again and do my regression and regression again and fit my regression model. Again, my response is length, and I want age squared, and age cubed. If I do that, what I get is this expression, 9.8, 5.82, and 1.2128 squared. In this case, what we find out is my age cubed does not give me a very good result here at 0.8389. And there's some things we'll talk about as whether to keep a data value or not. So I would probably go with the age squared regression equation for that. So that's just kind of the beginning part of how you might use, just sort of roughly, use our general linear models for a polynomial regression.